Yeah, get on it. Rockets are the way of the future. 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 The way of the future is 365 movies in 365 days. Coming up next, here we go. In our alphabetical journey, the next movie we have is The Aviator. Ba-da. This film, I really bought this because of Leonardo DiCaprio's excellent performance. He just does a phenomenal job at so many ranges of emotion. This character, Howard Hughes, is who he plays in The Aviator. I won't give too much away, but he goes over the lifespan. Interestingly enough, you do you, all right? I went into Wikipedia, I started reading about Howard Hughes, very fascinating things. A lot of things did line up with the way they portrayed him in the film too, which is interesting. Always nice when they try to tell a based on a true story and hit on some of those points in a person's life. It spoke to me on the level of artistic integrity and depth, really putting oneself into a role. DiCaprio just did that. I mean, whether or not how true or not true it was to actual Howard Hughes's personalities and things of that nature, he gave a very phenomenal artistic portrayal and a great performance. On top of that, you just have a really raging supporting cast, and when I saw it earlier, I had no idea how deep that cast really was or was going to become. I saw that film in 2004, I believe, at the theaters when it came out. So some great things to talk about here. Let's talk about that outstanding cast. The phenomenal Leonardo DiCaprio, Cate Blanchett, Kate Beckinsale, John C. Reilly, the wonderful Alec Baldwin, Alan Alda, Ian Holm, Danny Huston, Gwen Stefani, and Adam Scott. Also, Jude Law has a small role in this film as well. John C. Reilly, how amazing is this guy? Just the phenomenal films that he's been in, the crazy roles he's taken, comedy, lovable roles, his dramatic roles, his psychotic roles, such a wide range. I would say maybe top 5 all-time great supporting actors. John C. Reilly, not giving too much away, but did a wonderful job. So let's get into some of those quick-fire facts. Warren Beatty, Steven Spielberg, Jim Carrey, of all people, and even, which he's brilliant, no doubt, and the awesome Christopher Nolan, all toyed with the idea of making a film about Howard Hughes. This is the one that came out with which was Scorsese's, and he did a great job of that. Scorsese. Not only did Cate Blanchett seriously do her homework, she picked up the hobby of golf, she took cold baths, and then on top of that, the really eerie thing in all of this, Katharine Hepburn died the day that she started filming this role. So how poetic, what an interesting round of circumstances to kind of happen. And Cate Blanchett just did, I think, a beautiful job of that as well. I hope you agree. Ava Gardner. Originally, Gwyneth Paltrow was cast to play who we just saw in our lovely last film. And interestingly enough, it went to Kate Beckinsale instead, who had to gain about 20 pounds and did it by eating chocolate. That's a tasty way to do that. The color palette changes throughout the film are symbolic of the eras that they were filmed in, so that's really interesting, so keep an eye out for that as well. And to talk about researching a role, the amazing Leonardo DiCaprio also learned how to fly, and not just fly, but fly aerial maneuvers, reading a lot of, if not all of Howard Hughes' books, and really just diving deep into that role. So 2 thumbs up for the old Leo. He did an amazing job on this film. And that's where we end it. Thanks so much again for joining me for another 365 movies in 365 days in 3 minutes and 65 seconds with Hanging with the Herons. My name is James. You know what it is. Peace!